Greetings, fellow beings. Ho ho! Ha ha! What a marvelous Monday we have. What do you think? You excited? I know I am. We got so much going on, so many things to do, and so many of you. Me and my monkey, good morning. Sci-Fi Mombi, hope everything's going well. Bill Chapin is in the house. Good morning, one and all. Good morning. Drew Lavers is out there in the house. I'm going to have a great show, my friend. And, of course, Penny. Good to see you, dear. Hope you are doing well. Let's see. Running with Scissors. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Is this live? And, of course, M&M Fish. Good morning. Good morning. Dr. Megatron. The Animation Critic. Randall Orser, and Stitch. Spirian, what's up, my friend? Great to see you. Oh, I love it. Huge day. Huge day. Channel Surf is in the house. What's up, Channel Surf? We got a lot of news to get through. A lot of it. This is going to be a big one. Big one. Hoove is in the house. Hello, Hoove. John Gibson's joining us. What's up, John? And my pal, Carlos Alfredo Lopez. What's up? Bob Backish. All kinds of stuff going down at Paramount today. It's going to be wild. Wild, he says. Lee Kindler's out there. Good morning. Good morning to you. Got a few other folks rolling through the door like never before. It's the Gaming Dude. Good morning. Let's get into the show, shall we? Hello. Hello. Evil Ramen's in the house. Hope you're doing well, Evil. Hope you're doing well. We got, let's see, Paramount, of course. We got slow box office stuff. We've got, actually, I've got a premiere video coming up right after we end here. So I'm going to send you right over there. It'll be fantastic. Ruby Hoove is in the house. Good to see you, Ruby Hoove. Good to see you. Look at the giddy face. We got DS Ford in the house. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. And Dice Media Group says, good morning. Let's get to 6. We are very close to the 6 minutes at this point. Jonathan. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Nearsighted Cyclops is in the house. And, of course, Dylan Soup. What's up, Dylan? You're doing well, Dylan. Hope you are. Got some wrenches in the house today. Got some wrenches in the house because D. Bud Martin is here. What's up, Bud? And I trust Backish's severance package is beyond luxurious. Well, I would imagine. Been there for a little bit. I think he took over leadership in 2019, but we'll revisit parts of the story here in just a moment. A lot of people are fretting. That's the fancy way of saying they're worried. They have good reason to be worried. Let's see who else popped in. Oh, Chris Purse is in the house. He's got a wrench. Watch out for his wrench. Ooh, dangerous wrench. I think I saw a couple of the people roll through the door, like Kenny Long. What's up? And the talented Andy Masterson. Good morning to you, my friend. 1 minute and counting. Dr. Megatron, late. I'm not late. You're late, but you're fine. You're not really late. Let's see. Cyrano, what's up? Good morning. Not a good day to be named. Oh, well, there you go. Got a weird Backish. Backish is a weird name, right? But he's been around for a long time. Who's out there? Got more people out there. Well, look, if you're just trying to stay quiet, I understand. But on that note, we have to go. JPRH1. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in. We've got so many things happening. Bob Backish is out, and shocks are rippling through CBS. You had all kinds of things going through the Correspondents' Dinner. People freaking out about their jobs. They don't know what's next. Well, what's next is somebody different, a whole list of people possibly, and a complete set of changes that, well, made the stock market respond positively. In fact, it's gone up by 0.6, up to $12.52, 5% higher than it was before. That's a decent number. You've got Paramount Global set to unveil new leadership structure. Anxiety runs high on earnings eve. That's right. We have that coming down here shortly. Skydance puts revised offer on the table for Paramount. That's amidst all of the drama that's happening over there. There's a bunch of CEO drama. It happens. You're going to see a lot of different names showing up in different places. Vivendi posts a 5.4% revenue gain. Eyes split into four due to stock's conglomerate discount. Doctor Who star Ncuti Gatwa to lead revival of Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest play, as he said he would do. That's right. He is going to move back to the stage, and good for him. He may do well there. He loves the stage, even when he's been, homeless, I guess, is something that he said. I've got a video coming out about Doctor Who and its performance tomorrow, so I feel like that will be interesting, to say the least. Trinoculus P, what's up, my friend? Hope you're doing well. And we got more stuff happening, like Gérard Depardieu being arrested again. That's right. He's taken into police custody for questioning over the assault accusations for, I don't know how many times over now. That's wild. Wild, wild, wild. Challengers box office, they scored a first-place finish with a $15 million debut. Guess what? Right after we're done with this show, we've got a premiere coming up of, just an explanation of what's going on at the box office, because it's slow. It's painfully slow. We need to talk about those numbers. And we've got more things that are slow around the world, like the China box office. They also had a very quiet pre-holiday weekend. Not something that was extraordinary. But, the mainland China box office over the last weekend, it's wild. You've got a $5.5 million Friday, Saturday for the official release of this film, Twilight Warriors Walled In. It was a Hong Kong-produced feature. Hong Kong used to produce a lot of films prior to being taken over by the CCP. They also used to produce honest news and information, and they were one of the biggest markets in the globe. They're now none of those things. Vivendi. Well, wait, no, not Vivendi. Zendaya. Same thing. No, just kidding. Zendaya's open to return to music if the timing was right. Well, is she seeing the same box office figures we are and deciding maybe there's another way to go? Quite possibly. But hey, I mean, she was a pretty good singer. And when you have a single name, there's a decent chance that that's what you are, a singer, before you became an actor. We'll have to see. She says if the timing is right. So she basically hinted during the premiere that she was into this. She's not closing the doors on returning to music one day. I'd be interested. I don't know about you guys. I mean, she's got a good singing voice. Mufasa dropped today. The trailer is out. I've watched it a couple of times. Once with the music, once without the music. That's what you want to do without the music. Directed by Barry Jenkins, the music-filled movie serves as both an origin story and a follow-up to Jon Favreau's 2019 box office hit, The Lion King. Well, it's a pre-thing. It's a pre-thing. So, I'm really not sure. I didn't get any emotions when I watched the trailer. In fact, even less so when I watched it with the sound off. The music is supposed to pull an emotion from you, some kind of a nostalgia. It's supposed to tug at your heartstrings and make you long for that time. I don't know that it can reproduce it. McDonald's is set for some very weak growth in the United States on a whole lot of bad news. They have weak sales growth. Everything's costing more, and people are stepping away from these fast food chains, basically because of expense. Nobody can afford it. And then you get the people who are doing DoorDash and other things that are, adding that additional fee to the food. I mean, do you want a meal for $40 from McDonald's? I don't. Tractor trailers with no drivers, those are coming. That's right. The first of the semis are starting to roll out on U.S. roads. The self-driving semis are, they're set to kick off with 20 driverless cabs. So this is coming very soon. They're working with FedEx, Uber Freight, and Werner You're going to start seeing these 18-wheelers with nobody, potentially, in the future. They're outfitted with 25 laser, radar, and camera sensors. And I don't know. You entrust your future and your family to automated trucks. I know this. I don't trust a lot of government officials around the globe, including in Spain, where the Prime Minister says that he has thought about it, and he's not going anywhere, despite the fact that his wife has been involved or implicated in graft. The Scottish Prime Minister resolved today, after his coalition collapsed, minority leadership doesn't work well. Chinese nationals were charged with conspiring to illegally export U.S. tech to China, which is a big no-no. And a Ghana man hugs 1,123 trees in an hour, setting a world record in Alabama. Believe it or not. Wow. We got through all those stories. Thanks to all of you. So much stuff going on right now. We're going to have just a few minutes of bonus time, and then we'll head on over to the premiere of the Zendaya thing a little earlier than planned. Yeah. So let's bop over to some bonus. Hi, everybody. Lots of weird things going on over there in different places. Yeah, Skynets, I'd like some McNuggets. Yep, that's kind of where we're at. We've got all kinds of weird things. Hey, what's up, the back cap? No bear story. No, I couldn't find one. I'm sure there's one out there, DS4, but I could not find the bear. Tree hugging hippie. I don't know about that. He was from Ghana, and you're just trying to set that. And Chris Persa says, only in Alabama. Well, there you go. 1,123 trees in an hour is crazy. Yeah, and this is the thing with McDonald's. DS Ford's right. All the restaurants now cause cost awareness because you get a $15 to $20 meal. It's insane. Fletch with a great take. The remake of Convoy will be trash. Well, can't argue with that for sure. So much stuff going on in the world. I really do appreciate all of you being here early. Valiant Renegade dropped his video on the Bob Backish situation. I beat him to it this morning. You're going to want to check that out. Both videos, including the premiere that's coming up, are down in the description down below. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so yet. We've got the subscriber numbers increasing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do that as well. So many other things going on. I mean, I just keep saying that because the news is just flooding in. The stuff with the governments around the globe having all this corruption, these leaders being caught up in these scandals and their family members and their wives. A lot of times, that's how you avoid getting caught up in these things, is you have your spouse the one to blame. That's wild. DS Ford dropped 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you for that, DS Ford. Tina Guzman's in the house. Great to see you. Let's see. Wow, that was fast. Yeah, we had to get through, 17 stories, 18 stories? I didn't even count. There's a lot of them. We had to cook through it. I think the first minister got whammied by JK. I don't know. Probably. I mean, look, first and foremost, he'd kind of cobbled together a minority government, and it can't rely without a solid coalition, and they gave him a vote of no confidence. So, yeah, time to get out. Not to mention the fact that, that Scotland's been headed the wrong direction for a while. I think most Western governments have, and I think they're all going to suffer from it. Their grab for power was, not done very well. Did you see all those taxis that just stopped in the middle of the road a few weeks ago? I did not, Metal Pick. I'll have to look that up. That sounds like a good story. Would that surprise me? Not at all. This is a good joke for the tree hugger guy. Did he get the tree's consent? I don't know about that. I don't know. JRR24 says bonjour from Louisiana. Well, welcome, and thank you for being here. And when you're done here and you're done seeing today's premiere, do check out Valiant Renegade's video on Bob Backish and go back and check out mine that dropped earlier this morning. Luis Messina just renewed his membership. Thank you, Luis. I appreciate that. He wanted to see Mountie. Oh, hey now. You can't read that. But driverless semi-trucks, can we say disaster? That's what I'm worried about. With all the things that can be hacked nowadays, you don't think people are going to be able to hack these trucks, especially since now they've given the government a backdoor into everybody's vehicle going forward? That's not a good idea. And when I say that, you think I'm kidding, but all cars are going to be enabled with a kill switch. Could you imagine all these semis just coming to a screech and halt for no reason other than somebody hacked them? Yeah. It's insane to me that the fancier restaurants in my area are cheaper than McDonald's. That's happening quite a bit, right? Right there? Really old movies. And by the way, nice icon. That's cool. Let's see. A few other few other folks popped in. X-Men movie had AI trucks. Well, yeah. Let's see. I still say Doctor Who ended when David Tennant left. A lot of people do. Like, a lot of people are like Capaldi, Tennant. I mean, they go through a list. Matt Smith, maybe. But look, I like the show for quite some time. But it kind of was petering out because of poor storytelling and a lot of neo-Marxism that's rolling into things. So there's that. Let's see. The quality of food at fast food is horrible. That's being kind. Adega's in the house. What's up, Adega? And Morgan King, what's up? I keep forgetting you start at 8:45. Yeah, we moved a little earlier, but I appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you. Center-right populism is rising. You're going to start seeing that globally. More populist governments happened in Italy or Greece. I don't remember which, but you're going to start to see that more and more frequently. Germany's in big trouble if they don't turn things around. They were basically Europe's like manufacturing and financial powerhouse, and they're not that anymore, which is very, very, very bad. Automated taxis, kryptonite, parking cones. Well, yeah. Well, you've seen the people that are using those food robots and stuff to deliver food instead of people, and that people just basically assault them constantly. There's tons of videos around California like that. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it is. And since it's a crime-free environment in California, they don't prosecute anybody. So there you go. No more truck convoy protests. Well, I don't know if that's true. You're not going to be able to convince everybody that driverless trucks are a good thing. And the minute there's an accident, you're talking about something else entirely. Cyber Zombie says, nice to catch this on my lunch break. Well, I'm glad you're here. Let's see what else. It's not tough to override locally signals, so if you can disrupt a drone, you can stop a truck and rob everything on it. I think that's a problem. Sci-Fi for Me TV is here. Check out Jason's channel. It's awesome. He's got Everything is a Disaster, film at 11. Yep, especially over there in the bunker, right? It wasn't Peter Capaldi's fault. No, that suffered from a lot of very poor scripts, right? Poor stories. Yep. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it was Italy. Thank you, guys. Yep. Walter Tomazuski went to the ballet and saw Giselle last night. That's awesome, my friend. I think you mentioned that before the stream the other day, so I hoped it was great, my friend. Let's see. Pain Like Bane gives me a weird, what is that? I can't see that icon, guys. But awesome. Thanks for joining us. Assaulting delivery. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know about that. I just saw the news with Paramount, and is anyone ultimately surprised? That's a good question, Donovan Bradford. I was not, saw it coming. Knew that a change in leadership would ultimately have to happen right at the point of, well, the turning point into a merger acquisition situation. That happens in every corporation for the most part. It's very rare when it doesn't. We saw that kind of like you end up with maybe a transition period or something like what would happen with Warner Brothers Discovery. But for the most part, they're just looking to get those people out the door. So, it's a salute. Thank you, Chris Persa. Appreciate that. Yeah, we got so many other things happening. Yes, I did see the Mufasa trailer. I was not impressed. Watch it without the music. Turn the volume off and watch the trailer, and you're going to be like, again? Yeah, and that's kind of what they're looking for. Truly. Donovan says, oh yeah, Doctor Who at this point is where Star Trek was in the early 2000s and needs to be put in bed to get new ideas and reinvigorated. I agree. That's sound thinking right there. Animation Critics says, adios. Oh, you out of here? All right. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. I appreciate it. Many AI bots get jacked that deliver on the streets. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those things are constantly seeing videos of that, and that's kind of bad. Mexican Iron Man says a fabrication, says advisory. This channel does not support brown face high rollers. That's not true. I do. I love you. Starting boycott now until culture appeals topless with Aztec headdress on. I don't think you want that, Mikey, but it's good to see you, man. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Watching something with the sound off is how I watch most TikTok content. Wow. Well, there you go. But if you do look at that, honestly, if you do look at that, you will see it's really not impressive. And people are getting tired of it. Left and right, people are getting tired of it. Yeah. Cece, I just noticed the Starfleet stripes in the logo. Oh. As Aztec headdress is very important. Well, there you go. You guys are laughing. Mike is definitely channeling Paulie. Well, there you are. I miss Paulie. Need to hang out with him. Got to get him on the show again. You guys are doing good. Captain Phantom Nerd's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. And Middle Pick says, Tom Baker was my Doctor Who. Some of the classic stuff. Distrust Chinese investment anywhere. Well, yeah, considering that they're artificially supporting a couple of things. They're artificially supporting their stock market through a new government, I don't know, agency, whatever you want to call it, and some regulations that have come into place. They're putting the successful people in China in prison just to show who's in charge. And they want the businesses, all the bigger businesses, to go along with whatever China says. Now, of course, Tencent is like one of the biggest pieces of their economy, but real estate was really driving it all. Their real estate is falling apart. Their stock markets are artificially supported. There's all kinds of issues there. And in the U.S., we have like company valuations that are like their book value is about 4 times to 5 times less than what the stock value is. That seems to be the norm, and it can be supported. In China, those numbers are not even close to that. They are terrifyingly different and big problems. China's economy, despite reporting their 5% growth or whatever, that's not true. Just like underreporting inflation in other countries right now is also not true. Let's see. Evil Robin says Baker Davidson was my Doctor Who. Even liked Colin Baker. Those were the days. Those were the days. Let's see who else is out there. Yeah, technically this is true, Archie Mitchell, and this is the other problem, right? And right now, China may be signaling that they are going to get away from anything that's based on capitalism. So you're about to see their markets close. Trading partners are starting to pull back from China. There's a really interesting thing happening right now in the world. Hey, what's up, Anthony Smith? Thanks for being here. Awesome one says, you will submit. That's right. Holy cow, it's Mirrorsphere's Origins, who's just got like a ton of streams coming up here in the future. Check out that channel. Good friend of mine. Started way back in the day. China's chairman wants total loyalty. He's harming his nation. He is. Well, he's eliminated all of his competitors. Everybody that was advising him in a proper way is not doing it anymore. Fletch says there's so many people in the West that are happy to purchase a cheap Chinese EV. Morals seem to go out the window. I think that's going to start changing as well. People are starting to figure out some of the problems with not just China's EVs, but, relying on electric vehicles for everything, because they have their limitations. And again, you're talking to somebody who is an enthusiast when it comes to that, but they have limitations and some issues so that are not solved yet. Chinese economy is like a Potemkin village. There you go. Pain like Bane. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. You don't know who Mel Kiper is? Mel Kiper, the NFL draft guy. He's the guy that kind of like does that. It kind of handicaps the draft. That's how we would say it. Basically breaking down who should be drafted where by who. Yeah, he makes a living once a year doing that, and seemingly does a good job of it. And you're right, Mexican Iron Man is the heart of the fandom. For those of you who joined us on last night's Sunday show, I want to say thank you very much. That was very successful. The shift in time frame is helpful. The raid from VR is appreciated, and that raid is always helpful. And what else is happening? Hey, Robert, good to see you. A couple other folks. Yeah, last night's thing was fantastic. and that's going to grow. Sunday night, we are going to grow that show to the moon. Going to be, I think, if I can make it happen before I go on this road trip that's coming up, I will hopefully have the ladies' night this coming Sunday with very little me and a whole lot of the ladies of our fellowship chatting. I think that'll be a good time. Have to wonder if the Paramount shakeup will affect the Kurtzman Star Trek deal and if the franchise might be freed on its woke tyrannical destruction. Well, yeah, possibly. I mean, a lot of people suggested that maybe the Star Trek was for sale. I don't know. There's not a lot of value in Paramount right now. I mean, I showed you the stock price kind of hopped up. We'll look at that again here in a moment. And it's hovering over a 60-cent gain. Look, the Backish thing was something that was coming forever. And when it started to get reported over the weekend, that's when I put my video together, which, again, I dropped it early this morning about 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, so that's 8:30 Eastern. With the understanding that this was a fait accompli, a done deal, whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's really no other way to look at it. We'll bring up the stock price right now. As you can see, it is it's sitting at $12.52. It's up 61 cents, about 5.12% at the moment. That's something. That's not nothing. So, it is what it is. But I really want Star Trek to get fixed. I just don't know that it will. The new Star Trek shows disregard canon too much. Symptom of woke. I agree. Mexican Iron Man wants to Hulu. Maybe Mexican Iron Man wants to Hulu with you to raise money for adults with autism. Well, there you go. I would love to do that. Cosmic threw down some very good takes last night. Yep. Yeah. Comics Division is a good guy. He really does. He really is. Drew is out of here. See you later, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I've heard rumblings that Kurtzman wants out of Star Trek and takes a buyout so he can pursue other films. I think he should. Think he should take a buyout and leave. Yeah. Me and my monkey, you didn't miss a lot. Just a whole lot of news in a very short period of time, as always. Yeah. So I am going to push the... I think I'm going to push the... I may push the premiere earlier. Let's see. Kind of booked through all the news items. Is there anything you guys want to focus on? I'm curious. Trying to get the redirect set up. Midnight's Edge. There we are. Boom. Save. All right. See, what do you guys got? Views with Hughes, what's up? Views with Hughes, agenda-free news. Great guy. Not a fan of Star Trek? Wow. You're going to have some people rough on you, bro. But you should check out his channel anyway. He does a great job with his channel. He's awesome. Cyber Zombie says, Disney owns Star Wars and Aliens, yet we still don't have Star Wars Aliens crossover. Seen some great art in the past with these two. That'd be weird, right? Wayland Yutani existing in the Star Wars universe. I'm not sure I'm ready for that, but I'd love to look at that art. I'll probably try to poke around for it now. That should be interesting. Weekend roundup for the box office is always good. Yeah. It's rough. I mean, the best that they had to offer this weekend was a $15 million tennis film that had very little tennis and very little of the salaciousness that they were selling, called Challengers, starring Zendaya and two guys that, I don't know. Nobody in these things is good. All three of the characters were bad. I did a movie review on it. The other things that are in theaters, like Unsung Hero, I haven't seen yet, but I am compelled to see that. I'm also going to be seeing The Fall Guy, so I'll have a review for that coming up. I think it officially comes out for previews on Thursday and opens wide on Friday. So there's that. Let's see. Dice Media Group says, okay, will you be topless and Hulu with... No, I'm not doing that. Thanks, Dice. I'm waiting for an update on whether Warner Brothers is still in the game for Trek. Yeah, I I keep hearing that, but I don't. I mean, there's nothing there to it. Warner Brothers Discovery just cleared a bunch of debt. They're still working to clear more. They're severely undervalued right now, in my opinion, but we'll see. Empress M says Ash inadvertently carried out an Order 66. Yeah, get well soon views with Hughes. Homesick. I'll still make videos. Good for you, my friend. Yeah, Wednesday, we've got the Spice Lounge over on Lorena Creole's channel. It's going to be a big one. I think we're being joined by a celebrity, so you're going to want to check out Lorena Creole's channel and everything that we do over there for the Spice Lounge on Wednesdays. Tuesday, Mr. H, that's tomorrow, and Thursday, Mr. H, that's Thursday. So that'll be a lot of fun and a good time for all. What else is happening? I got to scroll through everything now. Shake them moneymakers culture. I don't know if you want that shaken. Muqtadir Ali, what's up, my friend? I hope I say that right. I try. Evil Rum says, good Lord, Zendaya needs to, I don't know, do like B movies. Well, this was a B movie. Watch the video, the premiere that's coming out here in just a few moments and let me know what you think from there. I'm one of those people that she doesn't interest me. I don't care. I know a lot of people are big fans of hers. I mean, and maybe she's a great singer. I'd be interested in that, like the story I reported today here on the 6 Minute Daily, but my argument is she doesn't open a film. And like I said, you're going to see an extensive version of that here in just a few moments when I go to the premiere for the video. But what else is happening? Half the films in my local Cineplex are anniversary re-releases of foreign and anime films. We've got, we just had The Mummy just came out across the country again, the first film. So there's that. This is how desperate they are right now. It's really, really bad. Chris Persa says, who's to say an Exogorth from The Empire Strikes Back wasn't actually a proto-xenomorph? Well, there you go. Dark Winter says, is it bad? I'm hoping the Fall Guy is good. Dark Winter, no, I'm hoping it's good. It looks cute. They've overplayed it in the trailers, so we'll have to see what that comes up to. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Gary Seaman? Good to see you. You're fine. Improbi said Zendaya made $10 million on that film. Woohoo! That had a $55 million budget, which means even if it didn't advertise at all, it would still have to rake in $110 million globally in order to be worth its while and break even. I don't know. Sunny and warm finally. Yes, it's lovely outside. It's lovely. Donovan Bradford says, we all have different taste culture. That's true. That's very true. Let's see. She doesn't give me that impression of acting strength to open a film. Support character. Yeah, and that's kind of where I think I've landed on it personally. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, it's a big payday. No doubt about that. $10 million. Woo! Trailers are way too long. They give away too much. Yes, Brian, I'm with you. This is one of those things that bothers me, right? About the way they cut modern trailers. They're giving away the game too much. Too much. Sci-fi for me TV. What's up, Jason? Says Fall Guy definitely won't be the TV show enough. No, it won't. But that's okay. It'll be the movie that you know everybody's kind of looking for. Ooh, somebody's taking profit on Paramount Global as I'm watching it tick away. Views with Hughes says I'm planning my live stream coming May 11th. Fantastic, guys. Another reason to check out Views with Hughes. Hey, Sydney Sweeney's rom-com did well, so you never know. No, it did. Yeah, she and what's his name are planning more of those, by the way. That goes back to a couple weeks ago when I reported that story. Little Chad's in the house, says, hail, Chad, and hail, Hobo Gandalf. Well, hail to you, little Chad. Logic's Finest is in the house. Have a pint on me. Thank you. I will. The trailer for the horror Little Mermaid is 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Way too long. And again, Do you remember when it was a 90-second trailer max and they could put everything inside of a minute commercial if they wanted to? That's about what you need. You need to do that. Don't give the game away. Don't give the game away. Make it enticing, intriguing. Let the audience want to look forward to it. That's what they want to do. Fletch says, I got my tickets for the Transformers 40th anniversary, episodes 1 to 4 at my local cinema. That's awesome. Enjoy those Bayformers movies. Oh, wait. Episodes 1 to 4. You mean the cartoon? I didn't know that. Cool. I was going to say the Transformers movies didn't start to come out until later, way later than that. So that's the cartoon. Oh, wow. I'll have to look for that. That's cool stuff. Running with Scissors says, saw Argyle last night. I thought it wasn't very good, I'm afraid. Yeah, it wasn't. What a waste. Again, did a review on that. I get a lot of guff for my reviews, but I'm just honest. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. So yeah. And I do remember a time when trailers didn't give away the entire movie. I missed that. Donovan Bradford says, I enjoyed watching Aliens re-release over the weekend. A lot of people did. Alien Day was, the weekend, right? I know that a couple folks in the chat actually went to see that. So, cool stuff. Yeah, I don't want a trailer, but for a trailer. In fact, I don't really even want a teaser trailer. What I want is the first trailer, which, sets the hook, right? And I want the second trailer to reel it in. So to just reel my interest in and be like, yeah, I'm set. I'm going to go see that movie. They don't do that anymore. Why? Because they don't have good stories and they don't have anybody creative that's working, cutting these trailers together. And the trailers are homogenized because there's only a few houses that do that work now. If you pay attention to what's happening in Hollywood, it's the corporatization. I mean, even Jessica Lange, like the story I reported on Friday, even Jessica Lange is talking about the fact that everything is corporatized around a profit number. And that's fine, except that you have no creativity anymore. It loses your audience. Loses your audiences quickly. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating. What else is happening? Lil Chad says, I still have several film trailers from my time working at AMC. They had to be shorter because it was such a pain in the booty to add them to the movie reels. Yeah, well, they spliced them together, but giving away more of the game isn't effective. Sometimes we get the right thing the first time around, and we shouldn't change from that. If you have a winning recipe, you don't fool with it, right? A good chef doesn't mess with their recipe, and when they do, they learn a lesson. It's no longer as good. Hollywood had quite the recipe. The studios had a recipe. Everybody had a recipe. It made a lot of money. It kept growing, and it kept growing with its recipe. So what did they do? They nuked the recipe. Now we're going to throw this out. Do something new. Well, didn't work. Did not work. Saw Greyhounds with Tom Hanks. It was great. Never heard of it before. Just popped up and suggested for Apple TV. Well, there you go. Yeah, the trailer for Batman 89 gave us some visuals and a good soundtrack. That's right. Love that. Trailers and film art posters are made by people who don't understand the old method of building suspense. Yeah. Which is why, a paint-by-numbers horror film is more interesting than some of the stuff that's, $250 million. So, Scott Hughes, what's up? They also can't make a movie worth a trailer. That's true. They literally tell the entire story in the trailer because they show everything that's good about the movie. Yeah. Exactly, Scott. Exactly. Animation critics like, oh, wait, basically little bonus time. I know. We went a little longer than I planned. But 10 minutes from now, we've got a premiere of the box office, the slow box office, where Zendaya is yelling at the box office. It's great. I love that. It was super fun. But trailers are definitely an art. There's no doubt about it. The Coen brothers got it right with Barton Fink and Hail Caesar on Hollywood. Yeah. Had they never like completely abandoned art for the scaling profit model that is going to be unsustainable, especially in a poor economy where we are right now. You can't do it forever. You just can't. Just like, right now, I probably retired at the worst possible time, but this was the plan. So here I am doing YouTube full time and I'm loving it. But there are things that when you do something in a poor economy, it can be a little rough. And right now theaters are having it a little rough. So they threw sugar in the soup, wrecking the taste. That's it right there, Kitty Bear. Exactly. We've got Dice Media Group, DMG, saying the law said that you couldn't own movie theaters. This helped Hollywood. There should be something like that for streaming services because it would help creators. Yeah, no, you're right. I actually think that something's going to happen in order and we have to divide up these studios again. We cannot have these mega studios. And look, if Skydance ends up with Paramount, that's better than if a tech company does. Because the tech company just eats things and then it poops out like inferior garbage. Ever since Apple got its size and Microsoft got its size, they've done nothing but poop out garbage. Same thing with Amazon. Amazon's too big. They control too many elements of business. They control their own advertising platforms within their own ecosystems. That's monopolistic. Sorry, just is. So when you have, Apple with their own marketplaces that they strictly control, nothing outside of it. Same thing with Android, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, didn't seem to harm the software world. We had 1 billion, different little software companies making things. They just want money. So, I mean, I guess 1/3 or more of the total dollars are coming out of the store, the marketplace that Apple operates. So, yeah, when you have to buy through them, they pay the Apple tax at 30%, which is something Elon was talking about. It's like, this is not sustainable. It doesn't work. So, same thing in Hollywood. What's up, Pickles? Good to see you, buddy. All right, guys, we have 7 minutes until the premiere. So it is what it is. What's up, Miko? Hand waving. We've got Animation Critic saying, you would think that the best era technologically that the creative space would be way more wide open than ever, but the opposite has very much happened. Yeah, no, you're right. And this, again, is another problem with monopolies. And they're not truly monopolies. I mean, some of them are, but for the most part, they just have monopolistic practices. They acquire their competition. It creates more and more problems. Disrupt is definitely a word that I would use. I'm going to try to finish up watching through the last few episodes of Shogun, and I will try to get that review done before the week is out, Rooftop Korean, because, I know you're on me about that. And so far, it's great. It sticks along the lines of the book, as 70s rock fan was saying. And I feel like the cinematography, everything about it feels really good. Now, mind you, I'm old enough to have seen the original miniseries when it aired, so I can't help but compare it to that. But so far, I actually think it's slightly better, and it looks like I said, it's just gorgeous. So, short attention spans are killing things. Instant gratification mindset. It's been bad film trailers, opinions passing for journalism. Yeah. Well, think about it this way, right? I try to get through, 15 to 25 news stories in a 6-minute time frame. I try to give analysis beyond the headline, try to read a portion of the headline, talk about the story itself, give a quick take. I'm not a journalist when I do that. I am a journalist when I do analysis of things and I report only the facts. So there are times when I'm practicing journalism, and there's times when I'm practicing, analysis and commentary. Editorial would be a fancier way to say that. So that's kind of what I do. And, a lot of times success on this platform and others is about, do you do that in a good way and do people agree with you? Or do you lead people to draw the same conclusion? Things like that. This is a tough space to be in. And I can imagine that journalism would be even worse, because if your opinion doesn't fit in the tiny little box of what's good, then you aren't long for that business. Same thing with acting, same thing in music. Like I said, all of the cultural hubs that drive or have driven Western culture have been captured by people whose ideology is incongruent with success in any of those endeavors. And that's one of the reasons why Seinfeld's commentary recently was so poignant. So if you look at what he was basically saying, he's like, you've destroyed this creative enterprise in favor of, the political correctness that we'd all but eliminated because of our ability to mock it previously. This is not the first attempt they've had to take it all over. It's all media's been affected. Yep, indeed. Here we go. App stores from the phone maker are a modern version of a company store. Totally illegal business operation that the FTC should go after. But somebody mentioned just a moment ago this, running with scissors. Has there even been an antitrust case in the last 20 years? There have been, but they basically forced some movements, but nothing like what we used to have. We need to get back to that. So, yeah, we definitely do. Complete tangent. Watching the Golf Channel late last night, I saw a commercial for a generic Viagra company. They have a similar logo, maybe worth a trademark check. Well, I'll have to check that out. They stole my logo. I'm going to be very angry, considering, we've been in that process for a while. James Dasha, greetings all. Slow day for me, unfortunately. Well, I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you start writing. Disney as a corporation is at such a low that the thing that has interest is a freaking R-rated raunchy Deadpool threequel. Yeah, we do live in very strange times. It's true. The internet views censorship as damage and routes around it. Yeah. I think they kind of short-circuited themselves with the net neutrality reversal, but that's a conversation for another time. What I need to do is push you over to the premiere for the slow box office. So if you guys bear with me and take the redirect, head on over there, or just click on the link down below. You'll get to see Zendaya's screaming face, which I know is something you all want to see. On that note, thanks for those of you. I appreciate DS Ford gifting the 5 Culture Casino memberships and Louis Messina joining or rejoining. I appreciate that. On that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, well, go check out the premiere. Oh, and Midnight's Edge in the morning, right after that. See you.